Greetings, anime fam. Welcome back to the show. Roy, this is Jamaal.
Yeah, well,
We're here for another anime review, and today we have for you.
we'll be talking about From Commonplace to World's Strongest.
Yes, sir.
Not sure what the Japanese name for it is.
I think it's like Arifureta, or if it's butchered, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what we'll be talking about today, guys.
And if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically it's another isekai because it's flooding the market. Isekai entire. If correct me if I'm wrong, because I believe it's entire school classroom gets isekai to another world. They didn't die.
Nope.
They were summoned. And
teacher.
And the teacher came with them. And in it, there's very early on betrayal of the main character, who is a mad whim, goes through a lot.
Mad sim.
Yeah, mad sim. Goes through a shitload, ends up like almost dying, but then, despite the odds, pulls through, survives, completely changes. Physical characteristics completely change because of that. He just becomes like a badass, in my opinion, like Dante type of character. Devil May Cry Dante kind of character, white hair, loses his eye, loses an arm, but gets stronger, and oddly changes, looks more adult. Like he looks like an adult to me when he had switched versus his classmates.
It's alright. I wouldn't say it's oddly because of the fact that he actually did grow. So the development his body went through, there was like growth. I think he
but
got
just like
taller.
Not age growth, but
like development wise, but not like age wise.
All right, so I think personally, season 1 was a banger of a show, like mash it up, wicked. But I've just finished watching season 2. You watch it yet?
Let me put it like this: I have also recently finished watching season 2.
All right, that's perfect.
And I used to champion this show.
Oh God, the fact that you said that immediately makes me know how you feel. So loved it. Like it was bro, it was like to me it was on par with Shokugyou.
Yes, that's how I wanted to compare it. Revenge is a good revenge story like that.
Right, great revenge story. I feel like season 2 felt like a completely different director and a completely different
pace feeling.
Yeah, the pace was super slow, and it more felt it felt isekai before. Now it feels harem, and like he doesn't feel as edgy anymore. He feels like, because he's surrounded by so much more women, cliche, so it feels like they have made him softer.
Yes,
and he's not as angry and like
one-track mind. Impulsive, yeah, one-track mind, yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like he still has. If anybody's watched the show, you know that his original drive was to get back to Japan. He don't want to do this world. He's done with this bullshit.
Yep.
Him supposedly still have that vibe, but just less. Kind of like, yo, I want to go back to the world, but meh. And to anybody who's, I don't know if I should be mentioning this. It might, if you're watching this, there might be some spoilers going to tell you from now. When the girl, which is funny because Danny thinks that it's ever since the black-haired girl who you like joined the crew is what really made the entire dynamic go downhill. She may not be wrong, because I feel like
she's not wrong. She's not wrong. Because really there was no real reason for that person to join. Because if we take it out of being isekai and give it the harem title it's so desperately fighting to have, we would have compulsory lolly as main girl. We have actual chibi, like child, which would be Mew.
Yeah.
We have masochist, which would be the dragon. Right. We have dumb blonde, which would be the bunny. I'm forgetting somebody. It's 3 girls him have?
Yeah, 3 girls.
Okay, no, then I was right there.
Yeah.
And then
what would she be?
She could have been the girl next door kind of thing, or the childhood friend kind of thing, better than she was. But if I'm being super honest, the sword girl would have been a better addition. Like, if the sword girl had joined their group, I wouldn't have felt as out of whack.
Yeah. The sword girl to me, she feels.
I wouldn't have felt out of whack, especially because I know she's not trying to fuck the MC.
Yeah. But I don't really particularly like her either. Like just because of season 2. Season 2 just made her feel like, meh, you know? But it did that. Season 2 did that with a lot of characters.
Things, yeah.
A lot of things, a lot of characters. It went left, like
so far
plot wise, with the whole that girl who was a necromancer.
And the thing is, it's not that. Alright, that's the thing, that is the plot, and that is how it's supposed to go. But I don't know why when it was delivered, it felt flat. Because after season 1 of the show, I had to read it, and everything that I've seen is as it should be. As in, some events are a little bit out of time, but it feels flat.
Yeah, it felt like it could have. This was a good premise. It could have been better, but it was delivered badly, like grasping at straws, and they were like, oh, grab one of the other classmates and make them have some type of messed up backstory. And then the way they kind of dropped it in was just like, where did this come from? And then how quickly you ran through it, because it didn't build up from the episode 1 of season 2 to the end. It was more like maybe 3 episodes, I think. And it was like, blah, 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 done.
It should have been, alright. So there are things in season 1 that it connects with, but it didn't connect with them well.
Yeah, it didn't connect well at all.
And if it did connect well with them, then it would have resonated a lot better. It would have felt, and I don't even think it's the time in between that made it feel disjointed, because you have anime like Attack on Titan that literally have 3 years in between each season, and each season still slaps.
Yeah.
So it really is just how it is delivered.
Also, the level of disturbing that the necromancy girl was, and the youth with the red hair in the love for the black hair girl, mage girl, the level of obsessive love that they had as kids creeped me out, brother. The man shoved a sword through her heart and was like, yeah man, don't worry, she'll bring your body back, and that's good enough.
What did he say?
What?
Bro, you know the meme stares Bumbuckley? I stared at Bumbuckley so hard.
Yeah, but
the girl was really messed up because she liked the
popular guy here.
And she was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna kill you. I must bring your dead body back and we'll be together. Okay, weird, but your power is necromancy. Get it?
Yeah,
then red hair guy was like,
but her priorities aren't wrong. I can't actually. Not that I say I would have taken the same course of action.
Her priorities aren't wrong. her priorities are very wrong.
Her priorities are not wrong. Because she just want a man. She don't really want a relationship. She just want the.
She just want the body.
Exactly, and that's really all she wants.
Okay, Zine. What about red hair youth? How do you shove sword straight in her heart, a girl you love, and say, yeah man, body still. And then when she was using her magic, the sword was coming back out. And the man says, no, and shove sword back in. Brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah. Because when you fall so far.
That's what we call it,
Bro, you killed somebody for that.
Brother.
And then you turn around and say you still never get it after killing somebody for. Matter of fact, that pushed you further from the goal.
Speaking of which, like the whole setup where because while all this was happening, main youth was fighting the angel girl, which I thought she just dropped into story and then was killed really easily.
Oh yeah, I have to really think about that.
Because she was just dropped out of nowhere, right?
What is that?
Exactly, because that's how she was put into the story. She was dropped in such a way that it was just like, oh, this is going to be super main character.
That's the girl. That's the angel girl that was following the necromancer girl.
Right.
Yeah,
so the funny thing though with that is when I saw her die, quote unquote, and I saw her body drop, I was like, basic movie logic. If your person does not die on screen, then they were gone. So I'm like, cool, she's gonna be a stronger enemy for later. Just to find out, no, them just transfer Priest Girl into her body, and I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this, because I feel like this face on the same character in a different body just. And then when I heard it, I was like, oh, Zine, cool. Like in your head, as somebody who watches anime, you think, okay, so clearly plot point was that her body was too damaged, or too long gone because of how long she stayed dead, or so clearly had to switch body. I couldn't figure out why the angel's body would have been better because it stayed longer, if not, dead. And they were like, no, her body's fine. We just put it in stasis because she just felt she wanted a stronger body to be more of assistance. In my head, I was just like,
More of us.
this is as if the writers made Sakura from Naruto and realized, yo, it's a shit character. What we can do to fix it?
Make
That's-
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Make Jujutsu Kaisen. I hate you so much. But that's literally what it was like. I was just like, so y'all know she was a priestess and realized we're going to put her in the main character group, but she's really not that good. So what we're going to do to circumvent this is change her body. We still want her, but we're going to change her body and give her a holy body. That don't make no fucking sense, brother.
They needed something to do with the angel. They needed to keep her in the story, and they needed to connect it to the necromancer. That's what it felt
So
like.
what I feel like, I don't know if you said you read ahead. I feel like in the next chapter, the next season,
Mhm.
what they're probably going to do is to make it more relevant to the angel's body. I feel like the angel's mind, their spirit is still in the body, and it's probably going to talk to her, give her guidance. Yeah, I hit that on the head,
Yeah.
bro. I should just make anime. I
I
should just do it. It's
yeah, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from making anime.
my skills. I'm not the one
No,
drawing
you,
it.
you could just write the story
Fuck that shit.
and
Too
then
much
just
work.
leave the
But-
design to the
I mean, fair. I mean, but tell me, guys, what do you all think? Tell us in the comments below. Did you think it was disjointed like us? Do you disagree with what we're saying? Was it perfect home run? Have you ever even seen the anime? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for joining us again. Peace out.